Police make a chilling discovery inside seemingly sweet old lady's home. The passing of a loved one, especially your spouse, can be very difficult to deal with. It often takes a long time to make peace with the sudden vacuum that's created when a significant other is no longer there. In some cases, this sadness is so great that it takes a lifetime to get over the loss. While an extended grieving process is completely understandable, it doesn't even begin to explain the bizarre things that one woman did after losing her husband. This seemingly sweet old lady was hiding a haunting secret that police discovered when they paid a visit to her suburban Pennsylvania home. Death can be difficult for anyone to deal with, especially when the person they've lost was their significant other. This was especially true for a Wyalusing, Pennsylvania woman named Jean Stevens, who at 91 years old had seen more than her fair share of people coming and going over the course of her long life. When her husband of 60 years, James, passed away in 1999, Jean simply couldn't bear it. The couple made so many great memories together over the course of their marriage, and she didn't know what to do after she was suddenly left alone without her best friend. Jean attended the funeral along with her friends and family, but she was having a difficult time accepting the fact that James was gone forever. So she decided to do something most people would never even consider. After James's burial, Jean had his embalmed body dug up from the cemetery just so she could see him again. It was certainly a strange request, but the groundskeeper granted it for her. But that wasn't all. If that wasn't strange enough, Jean took her obsession with seeing her husband one step further. She actually brought James's corpse home with her and kept it hidden in her garage. Jean's odd desire to keep her deceased husband's body in her home didn't end there. She had the exact same thing done for her twin sister when she passed away 10 years later in 2009. Jean kept an old couch pushed up against one of the walls inside her garage. This is where she placed James's corpse. She kept her sister in a spare room of her home, and she used perfume to mask the growing scent of the decaying bodies. Jean kept both family members in her home for quite some time, and she made sure to do everything in her power to make sure they were comfortable. She treated them as though they were still alive, and for a while, neighbors suspected nothing. However, police were eventually tipped off to Jean's antics, and they came to remove the bodies from her home. When they asked her why she'd done it, she simply said that she wanted to be able to touch and talk to her loved ones at any time. Fortunately for Jean, authorities were actually willing to let her keep the bodies, providing she built a proper storage facility on the property. She obliged, and her completed mausoleum can hold up to 8 bodies. It's creepy, but efficient, right? Jean's story wasn't the only case where death played a prominent role in the interior design, for lack of a better phrase, of a home. Many people around the world have houses that seem to emanate an eerie energy throughout. For instance, take this home located in Hartford, Connecticut. Realtors had a tough time selling this house because of its rather creepy interior. Just take a look inside to see for yourself. With its red motif, would you want to shack up in a place like this? You'll definitely notice the peculiar blood-like designs that covered the walls in the kitchen. Not only that, but it also appeared as if the cupboards were slashed with a butcher's knife. It truly looked like the set of a horror film. The bloody prints weren't only found in the kitchen though. You could see them in just about every nook and cranny of the home, including on the steps and all over the walls. This house in Connecticut may not be as unusual as Jean's in Pennsylvania, but they both had a similar eerie feel to them. Especially since Jean actually had deceased bodies in her garage, it would take a brave soul to visit either one of these homes. Of course, the red stains that cover the walls in the Connecticut home weren't actually blood, but they sure did look like it. Whoever owned the home before putting it on the market had a very unusual sense of design. The backyard even had a makeshift gazebo that looked as if it could double as a place for satanic rituals. It'd be difficult to truly enjoy the outdoor space with a creaky looming structure like this, huh? Not many people showed interest in purchasing the house, and it was easy to see why. At present, the home is still on the market, though the real estate agent remained convinced that someone would come along who was interested in moving in. While people are entitled to do what they want with their homes, would you want to live somewhere with such a creepy reputation? Yikes! Share these stories with your friends.